Future husband material.
I mean, I feel like all of them, but probably Zac.
So you end up with Zac.
Tayshia answered some of our burning questions in her interview with Ellen this week, and we're breaking down all the details. Hey guys, welcome back to another Shared News from Home. Tayshia is addressing those engagement ring rumors and talking about the moment she told Zac she was falling for him. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future updates. As always, I'm your host, Gabby Gonta, and today I want to introduce you guys to a new host of ours, Hiba, Bary. Hi, Hiba. We're so glad to have you on Shared News now. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you a huge Bachelor Nation fan? Have you been keeping up with Tayshia's season this far?
So first of all, hello. It's so nice to be here on Shared News. I'm so excited for this opportunity to speak everything and anything Bachelor Nation. So yeah, my name is Hiba Bary, and this is my first episode. I'm so excited once again. And yes, so Tayshia's season is definitely one that I'm for sure invested in out of all the other Bachelorette seasons. So I cannot wait to talk about what we're talking about today.
Totally. Tayshia has been such a stellar Bachelorette this whole time, and every week she just gives us more and more great stuff to talk about. And this week, Tayshia sat down virtually with Ellen, and we got some Bachelorette tea out of their interview. So let's first talk about that huge diamond ring that we saw on her ring finger when she took a selfie, and we talked about it last week. But Ellen, of course, asked her about it, and she had a coy and mysterious response. Tayshia said, quote, "All I have to say is I'm just a girl. If I want to drink my coffee with some diamonds on, I can do that. I like to wear diamonds all the time." Ellen called her out, saying that's not a good answer. I think we can agree with her on that. She hasn't been wearing the ring in any other photos recently either. So it seems like it was a bit of a mistake. She's clearly not confirming or denying it here. She's sort of just saying, you know, I'm a girl. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Like, it wasn't an engagement ring. Like, it's just one of my favorite rings, you know? So she didn't really get into specifics here. And I know a few months ago, Claire Crawley, the first Bachelorette in this season, was spotted with a ring on. And she immediately came out with a statement saying, you know, completely denying it and saying blatantly, no, this is not an engagement ring. This is just a ring that I wear all the time that I've had for a while. So what do we think about Tayshia and what she had to say here? Because clearly she wasn't confirming or denying this. What do you think, Hiba?
Honestly, I feel like all the Bachelorette contestants always tease, you know, that bling on that finger, always on social media, especially on Instagram. So I feel like this is nothing new. We saw it with Claire. We're not seeing it with Tayshia. So I feel like, again, it's just a way for Bachelor Nation to kind of, you know, always be on our toes and to always, you know, throw us a bone once in a while here and there, especially in the middle of the season now, and especially that we're heading towards hometowns. Things are getting serious. So I feel like to kind of keep Bachelor Nation glued on, you know, and committed to her season, I feel like this is the move that they always maybe make, especially with the producers, you know, always being the masterminds behind this. So I'm not surprised. And honestly, with everything we've seen Claire do in the past season, she's broken so many barriers. So for this small barrier to be broken of her, you know, maybe showing a peek at her engagement ring, I'm not surprised at all.
I'm not either. It's certainly a teaser, and we're just going to have to wait to see if that was actually her engagement ring and if she ends up with a fiance at the end of the season. But also on the interview, Ellen and Tayshia played a quick game of Bachelorette Buzzer. Ellen asked her who was the best kisser on her season, who had the most awkward conversations, and lastly, who was the most husband material. To that one, she answered Zac only, whereas some of the other questions, she answered a few guys for best kisser and things like that. But husband material, that one was Zac only. So that made Ellen question her and saying, okay, so you end up with Zac then, right? And she was pressing her a little bit. So maybe she answered Zac because on paper he's the oldest and seemingly ready for another marriage, or it could be because he's the one that she ends up with. So that was a little bit of a teaser moment, but you know, clearly the season's done filming and we don't get to see too or hear too much from Tayshia outside of, you know, the very edited clips on the show. But we got a little bit more of that with her interview with Ellen. So just based on what she said to Ellen during this game, do we think she ends up with Zac at the end?
She did say that Zac is perfect on paper, and it definitely seems that way also in person, with the show. And whenever they're on their one on one dates or even just simply sitting down and talking, you definitely see that chemistry. And I loved how in this week's episode, the whole cheating bombshell that was dropped. And it was him cheating in sixth grade. So I thought that was a really funny, cute moment and a really nice interaction that they had, still talking about serious topics, which is cheating, but still, having fun and poking fun at each other at the same time. So I feel like they have that great balance of still checking each other, but still, having fun at the same time. And I will always say this, I'm still pulling for Ivan. For me, he is I feel like the dark horse. And I feel like, he's keeping his head down. He's staying out of drama. And especially that first date that he had with Tayshia, that one-on-one, I feel like they just connected so much, especially both being biracial and the families that they grew up in and kind of similarly having those morals in common that they grew up with. So I still feel like I want Ivan to pull through. And I mean, Zac is still a great option, but I'm personally pulling through for Ivan.
Totally. I think Ivan is such a good choice for her, but we are clearly seeing her fall in love with Zac on the show, like you said. Of course,
Yeah.
Tayshia never confirmed or denied that either with Ellen, but she did mention her mistake in telling Zac that she was falling for him so early on. As we know, most of the Bachelor or Bachelorettes, the leads of the show, they're not really supposed to share how they're feeling completely with the other contestants, because that could just cause some issues early on. You can't really go around saying that to everyone. Ben Higgins was one to catch a lot of heat during his season for doing this. He ended up telling his final two that he loved him, and that just set things all off the rails. Even when they re-aired Ben's season on the Bachelor Greatest Seasons Ever, people were still giving Ben heat for doing this and really blindsiding these girls. So it's definitely not encouraged on the show. In the interview, Tayshia even said, quote, "I'm there to find my person. So if it's what I'm feeling, then I felt like, why not say it?"
And I will say after I did tell him, I kind of looked at my producer and was whoop, we shouldn't have done that, but whatever.
Yeah.
So clearly the producers were not too happy with Tayshia in this moment. We know it's caused issues in other past seasons, but she laid it all out there. She told Zac she was falling for him. So do we think this is going to cause issues with other guys down the line if they find out about this?
The thing I love about Tayshia is that she wears her heart on her sleeve and she has no filter and she will say exactly what she's feeling, what's on her mind. So I definitely respect that about her. And unfortunately, it is kind of like that unwritten rule that you cannot say I love you, because it does kind of cause a lot of problems with the other contestants, because it kind of seems like, okay, Tayshia's putting all her eggs in one basket for Zac and is kind of, putting all the other contestants in the background. And I mean, we definitely saw that with Claire and Dale, but that was an extreme situation. But I feel like Tayshia, again, you have to kind of give her respect. I mean, if you're in love, you're in love, and no Bachelor producer can stop that from happening.
Exactly. She's there to find her one perfect match at the end. And so if she's going to get there even faster by, just having real conversations with these guys, then clearly that's what she's going to do because she's a strong woman. Tayshia also revealed that the structure of hometown dates will be that the guys' family members are coming to the resort and staying in the bubble to meet her. So we were talking about this in a couple other videos this week, questioning what are your hometowns even going to look like in this COVID bubble that they've set up for filming. So it looks like the parents are coming down to meet Tayshia. So what do we think about this system? How is it going to be with all these families here now in the same resort in the same bubble, and Tayshia's trying to meet these guys? How do you think it's all going to go down?
Honestly, I have no idea, but I feel like it's going to be such good TV, obviously, because, all these families are going to be intermingling. They're going to see, what Tayshia's reactions are to all the other contestants' families and kind of hear their dirty business being kind of dissected and evaluated in the other rooms. So I feel like because they're going to be in such close proximity, it's going to be more drama, more messiness, basically. And I just can't wait. I cannot wait.
I also can't wait. We get 2 episodes next week, so we're going to find out which guys are getting those hometown dates, so which guys' families are going to come to meet them. And then, of course, we have the men tell all on Tuesday, so we can hear from the guys who we've missed so far, who have left the season. It's going to be an exciting week in Bachelor Nation, that's for sure. That's all we have to talk with you about Tayshia today. Of course, we want to know your thoughts, so let us know, what did you think of Tayshia's answers in this Ellen interview? Basically giving us nothing, but also what did you think about her and Zac? Are they going to end up together in the end? Let us know in the comments. And before you go, make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any other Bachelor videos. I'm your host, Gabby Gonta, and I was joined by our new host, Hiba Bary, today. You can follow me on socials at Gabby Gonta. And Hiba, where can they find you?
So you guys can follow me on Instagram at just Hiba Bary.
Awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.